whenever we are using glass painting or whenever we are doing glass painting, it is preferred that you always get the design traced in a paper or get it printed, or you can just draw it before, because whenever you are working with glass, you can't just skip this process and draw directly on the glass, because we can not make any changes to the glass once we have painted it. Okay, so it's preferred that you just keep your whatever you are drawing ready and just trace it on the glasses. Okay. And just keep cleaning the nozzle so that you get this fresh nozzle and the colors are not there is no color on the nozzle. Okay, so the design is almost traced. As you can see, I have completely traced the design. Okay, now I will let it dry for a few minutes. Alright, so once you have traced the whole design, what you can do is you can just remove the masking tape. Okay, we don't need the printable paper that we have placed, so we will just remove it. So this is the design, and I know it won't be visible, so I'm just placing a white paper so you can clearly see the design. So I'm just starting coloring. So here I will be using magenta, as I have mentioned before. Okay, for the petals. And it's very simple to use. All you have to do is just press it a bit and apply the colors. Okay, and to show the darker shades, okay, to create that darker shade, what you will be doing is you have to use red color over the boundary area. Okay, and just mix it with the pink. Okay, and it will get blended very easily. You don't have to worry about that. So here I am not using any kind of brush or anything. This nozzle would do a better job. Okay. Similarly, I will be making all the petals. So for the lower area, I will be using this cherry red color. And whenever you are working with glass painting, make sure that you are filling the colors in one go, because you won't be able to add any other layers to it. Okay, so whatever you have to make or whatever blending you have to do all those things in one go only. Okay, red color over the boundary area. Okay, and then use magenta color. Applied red and then pink color, but for this bottom petals, what I will be doing is I will be using yellow color. Okay, just to give some variation to the whole lotus. Okay, otherwise it would look very monotonous. So I'm just applying a bit of yellow. Okay, this I will be doing only for 3 petals that are over the bottom area. And instead of using red color, I will be directly using magenta color and filling in the space. The whole petal I will be just filling in with magenta color, and also I will be mixing it a bit with the yellow. Also, these glass colors can be used on mirrors as well. So if you want to give another look to your mirror, so you can just draw using this glass color. You can make any design on the boundary and the mirror will be good to go. Okay, so I'm just adding few highlights. I'm using the yellow color again. Okay, just to add some more highlights. So once I'm done with the lower part, I'm just adding red color over this petal. Okay, as you can see, just to create the shadows. Okay, and blend it with the magenta color. Alright, now once we are done with the lower part, now I will be coloring all these petals using the same step, okay? Just fill in the cherry red color that's available in the pack. And don't just leave the colors. Don't do like coloring all these petals with red and then going with magenta, because it would get dried, and once it get dries, it won't be you won't be able to blend it so nicely, okay? So make sure that you are doing one petal at a time, okay? Applying the darker shade and then the lighter shade, okay? So I have filled these petals with pink itself. I have not added any sort of red. So I'm just adding a bit of red over here, okay, and just blending it, okay. So our lotus is almost done, but as you can see, we have left this middle portion, okay. So for that, what I will be doing is, I will be using yellow color and red color, and I will be creating orange shade, okay. And once you are done with the red part, just add this lemon yellow color, okay. Just fill in the colors and blend it. Use the nozzle to blend the color, and even if you are not able to blend it, just leave it like this, since it's a very small space, so blending becomes a bit tough, and if you try to blend in the colors, you would be just removing the liners, okay. So our lotus is almost ready. Let's get started with coloring the leaves. So for coloring the leaves, I will be using this emerald green color, lemon yellow color, and this chocolate brown color, okay. So as I have explained you before, I will be using this emerald and chocolate brown to create the darker version of green, and I will be using this lemon yellow and emerald color to create the lighter shades of green, okay. So let's get started with the leaves. So just adding green, and then I will be adding lemon yellow and merging both the colors, okay. Just blend both the colors using the nozzle. And in case your color get overflowed, okay, like you can see mine got overflowed with that red color, so you can always take a clean nozzle and just pick the color up, okay. Pick the color up like this. And make sure you are not adding too much of color, otherwise it will get out of the boundary and get mixed with another color, okay. So don't just add too much of colors. See, we have created a darker green shade, okay, over here using 3 shades, okay, using just chocolate brown and this green. Okay, so for this part, for creating those stems, what I will be doing is, I will be adding chocolate brown color, okay, more of chocolate brown color, and then a very small amount of green color, and I will just mix both the colors. Okay, so this is how we will be creating our stem. Similarly over here, just adding chocolate brown color along with green. Now for the rest of the area, simply you have to color it blue. Okay, so there's no any other combination that we will be using. Just here I am adding a bit of green, okay, over the edges and mix it with blue. So for the rest of the painting, what I will be doing is I will be simply adding sky blue color that's available in your shade. You don't have to create any other shades, just whatever the white spaces you are seeing, we will be filling it with sky blue. Okay. Alright, so we are done with our glass painting. Okay, so just don't touch it and keep it in a safe place until it gets dried. Okay, otherwise it would get smudged. And let me show you the output. Okay, so once it gets dried up, it would look something like this. Okay, so this would be the side, and what you have to do is you have to flip it and keep it on a white surface. Okay, to get your glass painting. Okay, so all these things we are doing, it's over the back side. Once the painting is ready, just flip it and put it over a white surface to get a clean finished look like this. Okay, so this would be the glass painting once it gets dried up. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed today's session. Okay, and do tag @Kokuyo Camlin as well as @Creativeness. We will be very happy to see all your recreations. Okay, see you in the next workshop. Happy painting!